Alright guys, this is finally the video. This is the final review I will ever have for a Murder Drones episode, unless any other special comes. Today I'm going to be reviewing Murder Drones Episode 8 Absolute End. And one thing, this was originally supposed to be posted last week on a Friday, but for some reason when I checked my CapCut and my recording for it, it just somehow kind of disappeared. So I'm redoing it and I rescheduled it an entire week later. So sorry for the wait, guys. But let's get into it. Now stating the obvious, the cinematography and the choreography. You already knew what I would say. Does Murder Drones ever miss with visuals and fighting scenes? No, they absolutely do not. Not a single bit. And this Murder Drones episode is just so freaking fantastic, and it's just done perfectly, let alone just Murder Drones in general. So I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm going to start saying a bunch of filler words, like a bunch of other videos. So, on to my next pro. Now, next up, the track in this episode, and just let alone Murder Drones in general, is just so freaking awesome. I mean, we have Disassembly Required, then we had the Knife Dance, and now we have Bite Me, which is such a banger song. I'm not even gonna pull clips of it. You've got to listen to it for yourself. Just search it up on YouTube. Search Bite Me, Murder Drones, and then the video will just pop up. Just listen to it. If you don't like it, fine, sure. We all have our different tastes in music, but go check that out. If you even have slight interest in that song, then I really recommend that song. Please put it on your Spotify playlist. Watch it on YouTube Music. Literally praise it everywhere you go. It is that good of a song. Next up is the conclusion. Now, a lot of people complain about the conclusion, but I don't really get the problem. I think it was just fine. Trust me, it could have been handled a little more well, and I feel like it was kind of rushed by the final fight scene, but it was still a good conclusion, nonetheless. Also, I feel like that funny little gag at the very end, and then just immediately getting into the credits and saying our last goodbyes to the Murder Drones series was actually really funny. I kind of expected a more emotional ending rather than a funny ending, but I'm glad with what we got. It was just kind of funny. Next up, the villain. The villain, Sin, or Jay. Jay is kind of just sidelined again. Good thing we got to meet Jay special. But Sin was so freaking terrifying and threatening throughout this entire episode. Though I feel that she was playing around way too much during the final fight scene, and then that led to Sin losing. And if she hadn't played around so much and actually went all out, then she would have definitely destroyed the universe. So I think it was just all out of luck that Uzi and N and V won. And I feel like it would have been much better, even though it's already good enough, if we actually saw Sin at her fullest. But nonetheless, even when she did play around, she was still so freaking threatening. I can't even imagine how threatening she would be at her fullest. I am serious. Next up is voice acting. The voice acting, I'm surprised I never really mentioned how incredible the voice acting was in any of these Murder Drones episodes. I just kind of forget. And now I'm just going to acknowledge all of it over here. Once I heard all of these voice actors' first lines for their characters, I knew what I was getting into. I knew this was going to be a great show regarding voice acting. And it was insane. I feel like everybody who worked on this, specifically the voice actors and their voice acting job, they just never missed. Seriously. Go praise these voice actors. Go praise them wherever you go. Please just acknowledge them. It's so dang great. Now, I have much more pros than this. But I'm just going to get into one more pro, because if I get into all my pros, then boy, oh man, it's going to be a long review, and I don't want to go through editing. Heck, I'm not going through the same situation I did with that ranking 2025 animated movies. Please no, that was almost 30 minutes long. Please, give me a break. Okay, so next up are the iconic lines. And this actually kind of has to go with the voice acting, because the iconic lines mixed with the incredible voice actors is just so cool. I mean, we went from Bite Me to Hello Uzi, Hi N. You know what? I'm just gonna show you Exhibit A.
Now, bitch! Time to murder a planet!
Dropped this. Silly. Hi, N.
And I don't even need to show Exhibit B or Exhibit C or Exhibit D or even Exhibit E. Just listening to those lines, you already know what you're getting into. What are you doing? Go watch Murder Drones. This is a fantastic series. Now, once again, I have my cons. Next up, I feel like we were kind of left with more questions than answers. There's still a lot more we needed to uncover about the absolute solver, and a bunch of other stuff. And also, I feel like a lot of characters were neglected or sidelined, and we didn't really get to see more of them. But there's one thing I have to say about this that actually kind of holds strong against this. We got the Meet Jay special pretty recently, and now that the Meet Jay special released and gave us more answers and what we wanted, I have a feeling Glitch could do more of these and give us the answers to the questions we've been wanting to know. So I'm not as mad as I was anymore, because after that Meet Jay special, I think we could get more answers after that. But, yeah. And once again, I feel like, it kind of was getting rushed a little bit by the end, but that's fine. Okay, so I forgot to mention a few things. Both are cons and both are, some are cons, some are pros. Now, first off, the credit song called Forever just slaps.
Far beyond the stars we flew forever. Tell myself I lost my soul for you.
And now, my other cons I forgot to talk about. I feel like, yes, Uzi did have some good lines, but part of those lines kind of made me cringe a little bit. Specifically this scene, but I'm not going to talk too much about that. And another thing, I feel like Uzi was a little cliche with some of these lines. A lot of her lines, at first, they were just iconic. Now, looking back at them, they're kind of making me cringe. I'm sorry. The first time hearing them, you'll think, oh my gosh, these lines are iconic. But then you'll listen to them about 15 more times and then this is actually kind of cringe. But I mean, I'll cut her some slack. She's like 14 years old or something. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Another thing, I feel like N was a little underutilized. But I mean, again, I can give him an excuse for this. He's kind of been doing most of the work in these past episodes. So sure. He needs a little break. Let the others do the work. You deserve it, N. You're iconic. So, yeah. That's about it for today. Now, I'd just like to say my last goodbyes to, Murder Drones. It's a really iconic show. It will go down in glitch history. It will be remembered for years on end. Years on end. I was originally gonna post this on August 24th, aka the day aka 2 years later after the final Murder Drones episode released. But I don't want to make you guys wait that long. I don't want to stir up some drama. So, yeah. That's about it for today. And, yeah. Also, why is Khan hitting the T-pose?
Dad, why are you a sentencing evangelion thief? Get out of my freaking room!